Okay, so if you're currently sort of pinned down under a warm, purring, furry weight on your chest, you already get the kind of bond we're talking about today. Welcome to the deep dive.
And if you've ever found yourself thinking, why here? Why always right on my head? Well, you're asking a really fundamental question about living with pets.
Yeah.
Because where a cat chooses to sleep, it's not just random. It's actually a pretty deep form of communication.
Oh.
Think about it like this. Maybe the biggest sign of like total trust is when they feel safe enough to actually turn their back to you.
Okay, that's fascinating. Let's definitely unpack that. We need to crack the code on these kind of secretive nighttime habits. So our mission today is a deep dive into that relationship you have with your cat.
Yeah.
We want to go beyond just, oh, it's comfy, and really get into the core reasons, the instincts, the affection that make them claim your bed. We're going to cover the 8 main factors and what those specific sleep medbots really say about your connection.
And we really want you to feel confident about the information you're getting here. Everything we're discussing today comes from trusted, verified sources, and it's all carefully curated for you by the team behind the YouTube channel Petux Paws.
Right.
Our whole goal is to bring you essential knowledge, stuff that pet lovers really need, and we base our approach on principles from respected groups, like International Cat Care, for example, so you can really trust the insights we're sharing.
Yeah, knowing these little secrets about your cat's sleep, that's kind of priceless, isn't it? So right now, if you love finding out new things about your furry friend, maybe take a second, hit that like button, subscribe to the PetFlux Paws channel,
Definitely.
and maybe share this deep dive with other cat people you know. We've got a lot to get through, so let's dive right into why they pick your space.
Okay, first things first, we have to start with instinct. The number one motive: territoriality and ownership.
Ah,
Cats are, well, they're incredibly territorial. Your bed isn't just soft. It's like prime real estate in their world.
mhm.
And critically, it smells like you. You're the provider, the safe one.
Hmm. But that kind of brings up a question for me. If they're so territorial, what happens if you have more than one cat?
Mm,
Doesn't that cause, like, little turf wars over the best spot on the bed?
that's a great question. It definitely can. But usually sharing territory with the human is seen as a sign of a stable, good bond. That often smooths things over.
Ah,
The real claiming, though, you see it in their actions. You know when they sprawl out like they own the place, that starfish pose?
oh yeah.
Or when they do that rhythmic kneading, the making biscuits thing, they're actually using scent glands in their paws. They're marking you, marking the space, saying, this is mine, and you're mine too. Sharing is the big compromise.
That makes sense. And that idea of ownership seems to lead right into the second motive, which is seeking ultimate security and safety. I always just figured they were comfy, but you're saying it's more primal than that? It's survival.
Exactly. I mean, think about it for any animal. Sleep is when you're most vulnerable. And cats, they hang on to those wild instincts. They
Yeah.
don't really fall into that deep, proper REM sleep unless they feel totally, completely safe.
Mhm.
Your presence, you being there, you're like their bodyguard.
Yeah.
Their sortress.
Hmm.
That allows them to finally, let their guard down.
I thought that detail about their eyelids was really interesting, that third eyelid, the nictitating membrane. Could you explain that a bit more? Is that why they sometimes look half asleep but are still kind of watching?
Yeah, that's exactly it. The nictitating membrane is this thin, sort of see-through layer that can sweep across the eye.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're in light sleep, they can keep a level of awareness up. They're listening, ready to react. But when they choose to sleep right next to you, they're letting that hypervigilance drop.
Yeah.
It's a huge sign of trust. They believe you'll watch out for danger.
Wow. Okay. So once they feel secure, the next instinct kicks in, right? The need for heat. I think most of us cat owners have definitely been used as a personal heater at some point.
Oh, absolutely. Think of them as furry, four-legged, heat-seeking missiles. A cat's average body temperature is naturally higher than ours. It's about 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit or 38.6 Celsius.
Higher than ours? Okay.
Yeah, so they're constantly losing heat, especially when it's cooler, and they're just naturally drawn to warm spots. Your body heat is perfect.
So I'm basically a walking, talking, breathing radiator for them. But, like, what if I got an electric blanket? Would they ditch me for the plug-in option?
Well, they might check it out, but honestly, they usually still choose you. And that's because the next reasons go way beyond just simple warmth.
Okay.
Motive number 4 is affection, love, and ritual. Sleeping next to you, it's a genuine conscious expression that you're family.
Oh.
And that whole routine, following you to the bedroom, maybe those soft little meows, asking to be let up, that becomes a really important ritual for their sense of stability and comfort. They crave that predictability.
I do love those little moments, like the slow blinks, or when they just gently nudge you or rest a paw on your arm. It's their quiet way of saying, hey, I love you.
Exactly. And that ties right into motive 5, the comfort of familiar rhythms, the steady sound of your breathing, and maybe even more importantly, the rhythm of your heartbeat that's incredibly comforting for them.
Why is that?
It taps right into their earliest memories, feeling safe and secure next to their mother. This often triggers what you could call the cat mom surrogate trifecta.
The trifecta, let me guess. You're warm, they hear your heartbeat, and
Mhm.
suddenly they start kneading, making biscuits all over you.
You got it. They're basically going back to that safe kitten state of mind. Now, the last few motives often overlap with these big ones. Motive 6 is pretty straightforward. Pure, simple comfort.
Right.
I mean, let's be real. Your comfy mattress and duvet probably beat their standard cat bed most of the time.
Fair enough.
Motive 7 is companionship.
Despite that whole aloof cat stereotype, they're actually very social creatures. They genuinely like your company, your steady presence.
And the last one, motive 8. I suspect this one rings true for many people. They're ultimate attention seekers. Oh, definitely. Bedtime means you're a captive audience, right? They know exactly how to drape themselves across your legs or wedge themselves in, so you can't possibly move without disturbing them. It guarantees they're the center of attention, at least for a while.
Okay, so understanding why they hop into bed is huge. But you mentioned the specific spot they choose tells us even more.
Yes, absolutely. Where they settle down gives us deeper clues about the bond and maybe what they're seeking from you in that moment.
All right, let's break it down. Let's start with position A, curled up near your head. We know it's warm there, but what else is going on?
Right, your head loses a lot of heat, so it's prime territory for warmth. But it's also the most intimate spot. Choosing to be that close shows a very strong connection.
Okay.
But there's a practical angle, too. Being near your head gives them the easiest access to, shall we say, request breakfast or playtime the second they wake up, usually by meowing directly into your ear.
Huh. Yes, the furry alarm clock. Okay, that's a trade-off. What about position B down at your feet? That feels a bit more independent, maybe, but still connected.
That's a perfect way to put it. Remember, cats tend to sleep in shorter cycles, maybe 30 minutes, sometimes a bit longer. Then they often want to get up, move around, check things out.
Right, the midnight patrol.
Exactly. So sleeping at your feet is like the convenient exit ramp. They get the warmth, the scent, the closeness, but they can come and go without having to, clamber over your entire body and wake you up.
Yeah.
It shows respect
Mm-hmm.
for your longer sleep cycle.
Makes sense. Okay, now for what feels like the most significant one. Position C. Directly on your chest, the heart listener. That seems like it needs an incredible amount of trust being so exposed like that.
It really, really does. This is about thinking direct comfort from your body's rhythms. They're deliberately putting themselves in a vulnerable position to feel the vibration of your heartbeat and the rise and fall of your breathing. It's incredibly calming for them.
Wow.
And it's such a strong indicator of trust and security. There's even anecdotal evidence, like from shelter volunteers, that cats who quickly take to sleeping on a person's chest often adapt much faster and more easily when they go to a permanent home.
That's beautiful, actually.
It really shows a high level of adaptability and reliance on that human connection.
Okay, that's powerful. What about position D, tucked between your legs, the protective nest?
This one's mostly about feeling physically secure and maximizing warmth. Being nestled between your legs creates barriers on multiple sides, almost like, well, like a living, warm cardboard box, which we know they love.
Huh, good analogy.
They feel super protected there, plus they get a ton of heat radiating from your large leg muscles. It's like being sandwiched in safety and warmth.
All right. And finally, the one that can confuse people. Position E, facing away from you. I know some owners feel a bit, snubbed when the cat presents its backside.
Yes. And we really need to clear up that misconception. This is actually the ultimate trust signal.
Really? How so?
By facing away, they are intentionally leaving their most vulnerable area, their back, their blind spot exposed towards you. They are physically demonstrating complete faith that you will watch their back, that you pose no threat. It's like they're saying, I trust you so much, I don't even need to keep an eye on you. You've got this. It's profound, really.
Wow, okay. So the emotional reasons are clearly huge, but we should touch on the practical side too. Is it actually safe to co-sleep with our little furry heaters? For us and for them.
Generally, yes, it is safe.
Yeah.
But there's a condition. This really applies to indoor cats who get regular vet checkups, are vaccinated, dewormed, and free of parasites like fleas.
Right, basic health stuff.
For healthy, well-cared-for indoor cats, the risks are really minimal.
And the benefits for us humans, they seem pretty significant. You mentioned cuddling releases oxytocin, that love hormone, that actually reduces stress, lowers blood pressure.
Yeah.
Can genuinely improve our sleep.
Absolutely, and don't forget the therapeutic purr. This isn't just fluff, it's science. Cat purrs vibrate at frequencies between 25 and 150 hertz.
Okay.
And that specific frequency range is known in medical fields to help promote bone density and tissue healing, reduce inflammation, even help manage pain in humans. You literally have a little low-frequency healing device sleeping on you.
That is actually amazing. But okay, let's be balanced. There have to be drawbacks too, right?
There are. The main one usually comes down to mismatched sleep schedules. Cats aren't strictly nocturnal. The technical term is crepuscular.
Crep what now?
Crepuscular. It means they're most active during twilight hours, so dawn and dusk, which means their peak playtime or hunt the dust bunny hour might reliably hit around 4 or 5 a.m.
Ugh, yes, the pre-dawn zoomies.
Exactly. And that can be really disruptive if you're a light sleeper.
Definitely. And allergies, obviously. If you're sensitive to dander, sleeping with the source right on your pillow is probably not a great idea.
No, definitely not. In that case, the best compromise is often setting up a really cozy, appealing sleep spot for them near your bed. Maybe a comfy cat tree by the window, or a heated bed on a chair nearby. They still get the closeness, the security of being near the fortress, just not in the bed.
That makes sense.
But I think the most crucial thing to remember is that every cat-human bond is unique. Not every deeply loved cat is a bed sleeper. Some cats show their immense affection in other ways.
That's a really important point.
Yeah, the bond is built on those head bumps, the slow blinks, following you around, kneading on the blanket next to you. If your cat clearly loves you and trusts you, that bond is solid, whether they sleep on your face or in their own little cat condo across the room.
So bottom line, whether your cat sees you as a personal furnace, a bodyguard, or just, the keeper of the comfy spot, them choosing to be near you while they sleep, it's a really clear sign that you're considered true family.
It absolutely is. And that choice really flies in the face of that old stereotype about cats being aloof or solitary. It's a nightly testament to a deep, trusting, and very close relationship.
Well, we really hope this deep dive into why your cat sleeps where they do has given you some new appreciation for your furry friend. If you found this useful, maybe learning about the security needs or that amazing therapeutic purr, please do hit that like button one last time and definitely subscribe to the Petux Paws channel for more insights. Sharing this video helps other pet parents understand their companions better too.
And before we wrap up, here's something to think about, especially knowing how tuned in cats can be to our emotions. Since cats are often so good at sensing our stress or sadness, if you notice your cat suddenly starts sleeping much closer to you than usual, maybe pressing right up against you when they didn't before,
Yeah.
maybe take a moment. Could it be that they sense some underlying worry or sadness in you, and they're actually trying their best in their own cat way to offer comfort?